beauties, welcome back to my channel. I really hope that all of you guys have been amazing this entire time. I'm aYTa3jA27kE and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I've been hearing quite a lot about this makeup look, and this makeup look is none other than the 2000s of a Siren makeup look, and we're going to be creating this makeup look today. So if you guys are new here, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon as well. And all the products are mentioned down in the description below, so do not forget to have a look at them. So first thing, I'm going to be prepping my skin. I'm using the Plump and Prime from Too Faced. I just love this primer. It instantly just adds like a lift to my skin, and it's written also on the packaging that this primer is a Fill, Lift, Prime, Plump primer to prime, visibly fill and volumize to look more lifted and feel firmer with this one-stop miracle worker. The skin feels like more moisturized and more lifted and plumpier than usual. For the foundation, I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I am in the shade 7 Warm, but this foundation suits me more during winter, so let's see how this looks during summers. I'm just going to take one pump of this foundation and I'm going to swirl it around with a fluffy brush and just apply it on my face. I just love the coverage of this foundation. You can see how it looks and how it just sticks to my skin very easily, and just look at the gorgeous coverage it gives. Even days that I have not even used a concealer with this foundation, I'm going to take a little bit more, just a teeny tiny bit, and again swirl it around and just apply a little bit to my neck. The reason why I selected this foundation for this makeup look is because the 2000s office Siren makeup, there was a lot of matte, like powdery, cakey, like really powdery face and powdery eyes with the excess, like a concealer, like a visible, lightened effect under your eyes because of your concealer. And it was just not like dewy makeup was not just a thing of the 2000s. So this foundation has a really nice matte texture, so that's why I selected this foundation for this makeup look. Now for the concealer, I'm going to go ahead with the Dior Forever Correct concealer. Now I like this concealer because it adds a little bit of hydration, but we're going to just take very little of this concealer and apply it underneath my eye. Now, since this foundation is a bit onto the soft matte side, I wanted to use a little bit of hydration under my eye, so I can so it doesn't look too creasy or too cakey than it's supposed to look. Now we're going to create like a really thin vintage brow, because fluffy brows weren't a thing during the 2000s. So I'm not going to overline my brows at all. I'm just going to try to fill it more and emphasize it the way it is. I'm going to be using this translucent brow setting gel from Morphe, and I'm just going to use it to keep my brows in my place. To just keep them in the place and set it. I'm using it like the way I use it usually. I'm just going about my brows, so like straight and just straight, so it sets in place and it looks vintage. Now for my under eye, I'm going to go ahead with the Dior Forever Cushion powder. This powder gives a really nice soft matte texture underneath your eye, and just a little bit of it. Actually, I'm just going to use it with the cushion. So the cushion applies better than the brush. This one, you can see how it's just instantly given me that lift. In the 2000s, women really had that concealer eye. You could just prominently see that the concealer, like the under eye was really bright compared to the rest of your face. So like your bright under eyes was a thing, and the office Siren makeup is supposed to be that way. So, and it was really like really powdery matte kind of under eye, and that's what I'm trying to create over here. So I'm gonna go a little heavy on this powder. You can use any powder. I would say try using a powder which is like a shade lighter than your skin. So then, or use a concealer which is a shade lighter. Then it'll give you that 2000s under eye concealer, powdery concealer eye. I'm going to be doing the eye makeup. For this, I'm going to go ahead with the Max PowerPoint. I've used this quite a lot. PowerPoint, I think eye pencil in engraved. So we're going to be doing like a really sultry, nice, smoky eye for this one. And I'm just going to first start with So I'm using this eye pencil because they're very easy to blend. And the other thing is that if you don't blend them and just leave them for a while, they're going to stay where they are. So even if you're doing a cat eye or a wing eye with this eye pencil from MAC, it's not going to budge at all. So that's what I really like. It's going to stay in place and make sure that your makeup is where you left it or where you did it. I'm pulling a wing eye out. And I'm going to just do the same thing for my under eye as well. Then I'm going to go ahead with this really small tapered brush, and I'm just going to smoothen out all the edges. For my mascara, I'm going to be using the Maybelline's Sky High Mascara. This mascara is going to add the perfect amount of volume to my lashes. You can see how my eyes look without the mascara and with the mascara. Now for the lips, I want to create like a really soft brown glossy look. So for that, I'm going to be using the Max Max Locked Kiss lip color in the shade Sophistry. So I'm just going to softly apply this lip color onto my lips. Just to add a little bit of gloss, I'm going to be using the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. I love this Fenty Gloss Bomb, and especially this shade suits me really well. Now for the blush, I'm going to be selecting this shade from the Ambient Lighting palette from Hourglass, and this is in the shade number 6, which is Blush Mode Exposure. It is this brown blush from this palette. This is a limited edition palette, but I'm sure that Hourglass must be having a similar shade to it, so I'll be attaching that as well in the description below. So I really wanted my makeup to be like a little bit like a brown monotone makeup look and really less of highlights, because 2000s were all about matte looks and really neutral colors like browns and not a lot of pink and everything. So like 2000 Siren makeup is like all about matte and, you know, like a really matte powdery makeup and lots of brown and blacks, since it's really sultry. So I wanted to select this color, and I think it looks really nice for this makeup look. We're not going to be adding highlight, like we're not going to be adding a lot of highlighter for this makeup look. So I'm going to be selecting another shade, which is shade number 1 from the finishing powder, which is in Dim Light, just for a little bit of pop of shine on my face. So I'm just going to go and add it onto my cheeks. And a little bit underneath my on top of my brow bone, under my nose. I'm gonna set my makeup with the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 spray. I like using this spray because it doesn't have that much of a finish, I would say. It has a little bit of luminous finish, but it kind of goes away. So set my makeup with the Too Faced 3-in-1 Hangover Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. And last but not the least, I'm going to be completing this look with my pair of glasses.